And then just take a couple of minutes to feel the body here, down in the mat, just taking a couple of moments to just be with how you're feeling this morning. Maybe you're feeling a bit tired, maybe you're feeling good, maybe you're feeling a little bit frazzled from the week. Wherever you are, just let that be. Try not to control it or push it away or fix it, just feel that in the body. Soften the gaze. And just bring your awareness to your breath. So moving away from the body now, taking your attention to that inhale and exhale, that rise and fall of the belly. Welcome to today's practice. Our kind of intention for today is all about what can you let go of this morning? What can you release? What can you just allow to slip away? And just think about this idea of wringing out any tension or stress. It might be things you need to do or things you feel like you need to do. What can you just let go of today? So soft, easy breath in, soft, easy breath out. Just sit with that. And notice if anything comes up as you ask yourself that question. What can I let go of today? It could be something so simple. It doesn't have to be a big thing, just something we can let go of today. We can release, we can wring out. Easy breath in, easy breath out. Just observing maybe how the body reacts. How do your thoughts react when you ask yourself this question? Do you notice a lot of stuff comes up? Or actually you really struggle to let go, to think of something that might not be needed anymore? Everything feels important. That might be something physical, or just what can I let go of today? Easy breath in, easy breath out. With each exhale, you just feel a little bit heavier, a little bit more grounded, a little bit more connected to the floor beneath you. Taking a few more breaths just to really connect to yourself. Maybe a soft smile just begins to form on the face. This idea of a little bit of loving kindness towards ourselves. We're not taking everything too seriously. And notice how as you bring that smile onto the face, how does that feel in the body? Do you notice any changes as you give yourself a soft, easy, gentle smile? Your next inhale, just reach the arms up overhead, big stretch. Keep the eyes soft, and exhale, bring the hands down through center, Anjali Mudra, thumbs against the sternum. Just draw the chin down to the chest. And just ask yourself that question one final time. What can I let go of today? Softly just begin to blink the eyes open. Allow the light to come back in. And we'll begin. So inhale, reach the arms up again, just big stretch, but this time spread the fingers right above you, ground down through the sitting bones and really spread the arms up, fingers wide. And exhale, draw the right fingertips down and left fingertips up over to the side. So lovely stretch through the side of the body, getting that length through the spine. And then find a little bit of movement. So where do you want to feel the body opening and releasing today? Maybe you want to come all the way down to the knee. Maybe you want to open all the way up. Just noticing what feels good. Maybe you want to take a twist to the right. Just playing here. And then on your next inhale, come all the way up. Take both arms up. Reach. And exhale, take it down to the left. Fingertips on the floor. And again, reaching up and over. Get that stretch open through the side of the body. And then we open into what we want. How does your body feel like it wants to move? Again, maybe it just wants to come all the way down. Hang here for a bit. Or maybe it really wants to open. Maybe it wants to twist. Just notice what you can let go of physically in the body. Lovely. And then inhale, come all the way up. Reach both fingertips. And exhale, begin to bend at the elbows. Face the palms forward. And imagine you're squeezing the shoulder blades together. Lifting the chest open. Draw the chin back slightly. Open. It's coming from the top of the back, not the middle. And then begin to just fold forward. Walk your hands in front. Maybe this is enough for you this morning on the fingertips, or maybe you can come to the forearms. Soft, neutral neck. Where can you release in the neck? And keep grounding through the sitting bones. Lovely. So just again, releasing here, coming back down, taking an inward moment. Feel the back of the body expand with your inhale and exhale. Just soften and release. Lovely. Drawing the chin to the chest, begin to walk yourself back up, and we're going to come onto all fours. So knees underneath the hip points, wrists underneath the shoulders. And we're going to inhale, draw the belly down, tilt the sitting bones up, and take ourselves into our first cow. Exhale, round through the shoulders, tuck the tailbone, draw the chin to the chest, cat. Inhale, we come forward. And exhale, tucking the pelvis round through to the top of the back. Lovely. One more inhale. And exhale, round. Lovely. And then just shift your hips side to side. Just kind of easing into the sides of the body. Just a little different kind of movement. Like you're just kind of bumping the hips to the side. Lovely. And then we're going to ground down through the right hand, lift the left fingertips up. Inhale, try and keep the hips level. Exhale, thread it under, take it to the right side. Left ear down and reach the right fingertips to the top of the mat. Hips high, draw the belly in and soften here, let go. Lovely. Release through the top of the shoulders. If you want to go a bit deeper, you can reach the right fingertips up behind you and rest the back of the hand against the lower back. It's just a little bit of a deeper twist here. Or maybe you just want to keep the fingertips down at the front of the mat, whatever feels good. Staying for your exhale. And then inhale, draw the hand back through, coming to all fours. Lovely. Just again, shift side to side. Just feeling into the body. Really loosening up as much as we can. Grounding down through the left hand, reach the right fingertips up, draw the belly in, open, exhale, thread it under. Coming down to the right ear. Again, left fingertips at the top of the mat. Or if you tried it on the other side, reach the left fingertips up and behind and rest the back of the hand on the lower back. Just opening a little bit differently here, so it's just a bit of a deeper stretch on the back of the right shoulder. Lovely. Keep drawing the belly in slightly. Exhale, just soften, let it go. On your next inhale, draw your left hand back down to the ground. Push yourself up to all fours. Lovely. We're just going to walk our hands out in front and slowly begin to draw our chest down to the ground. Keep the hips over the knees and allow the chest to melt down. Anahatanasana, melting heart posture, and the forehead maybe comes to rest. Lovely. Keep the belly engaged slightly just to protect the lower back. Maybe you engage through the glutes and the lower body, but soften through the upper back and the shoulders. Keep the fingers spreading and use your exhale to soften and to really allow the stretch to go a little bit deeper, but try not to over push it. Be very gentle. One more inhale and stay for the exhale. And then lifting the gaze first, use your core to draw and engage yourself back up through to all fours. So begin to activate through the middle part of the body. Brilliant. Coming to our first downward facing dog. So tuck the toes, sit back towards the heels, stretch out through the soles of the feet. Maybe just kind of wiggle side to side. Spread the fingers, really engage through the whole hand here, and then begin to lift the knees and shift the hips up, trying to keep the belly as close to the thighs as possible. Come up onto the toes, lift your hips as high as possible, spread the hands, draw the chin into the chest slightly to release the neck, and then begin to bend the knees. Maybe you draw the heels down slightly, and maybe you walk the dog, just easing into your first downward facing dog here. Keep the neck neutral, gaze back towards the thighs, spread the shoulders across the back, lift the hips, lovely downward facing dog. Lovely. And then keeping the neck neutral, just begin to shift yourself forward into plank. Hold here, just side to side, lovely level hips. Drop the knees, lower all the way to the belly. Inhale, lifts you. Baby cobra, exhale, release. Tuck the toes, if you can engage through the knees, push up, plank, and then lift the hips, downward facing dog. Try to keep the neck as neutral as possible. We're going to do that again, so shifting through to plank, coming to level hips, drop the knees, lower to the belly. Inhale, cobra, draw the shoulders down, and exhale, release. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, push up, plank, and then lift the hips, downward facing dog. Again, hips high, neck neutral, spread the hands. Lovely. We're going to do that one last time. Shift forward through to plank. Lower the knees all the way to the belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Lift the kneecaps, tuck the toes, push up, plank. Lift the hips, downward facing dog. Wonderful. Take the gaze forward and just walk all the way through to the top of the mat, hips, feet hip width apart, and then allow yourself to hang heavy here. Lovely. Maybe grab hold of the elbows, swing side to side, just release through the back of the legs. And then roll all the way up, coming through to standing. Lovely. Bring the feet together at the top of the mat. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands down through the heart. Just close the eyes, feel the feet grounding down. Getting that lift through from your foundations, drawing the core in, engaging through your abdominal muscles. And then take the hands down by the side, spread the palms, Tadasana, mountain posture. Really strong and rooted. Inhale, reach the arms. Take hold of the right wrist, lift it up and stretch it over to the left. Take your right foot behind you into a side stretch. Lovely. Inhale, reach and lift away. Exhale, release it, taking it to the other side. Inhale, reach up. Take hold of the left wrist, pull it over towards the right and step the left foot behind you. Inhale, reach up, stretch it over. And then come back through to center, hands down by the side. Big toes to touch, just a little space between the heels. And we'll get ready to flow. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, push the hips back, bend the knees, fold forward over the legs. Inhale, straighten the knees, halfway lift. Exhale, float back down. Inhale, lift you halfway. Exhale, float it back down. Inhale, lifts halfway. And exhale, float it all the way back down. Step the right foot back, drop the knee, come up into our low lunge, reach the arms up. Lift yourself up out of your hips a little bit here, engage through the back of the glutes, reach the arms, engage through the core rather than just collapsing here. Get a nice lift, strong functional movement here. Reach, 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 and then drop the left fingertips down, open out to the side. Lovely. Exhale, and then inhale, reach yourself forward. Exhale, frame the front foot, step back to plank. Knees, chest, chin to cobra, drop down, lower down to the belly. Inhale, untuck the toes, cobra. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, push up, plank, and then lift the hips, downward facing dog. Lovely, one breath here. Lift the hips, spread the hands, and then step through with the right foot. Drop the left knee down. Again, coming up, lifting out of the hips, engage through the left glutes and the quads, reach the arms up. Try not to overarch the lower back or sink into the hips. Get that nice length through the spine. Lovely. Inhale to reach and then exhale, drop the right fingertips down, stretch over towards the right side. Lovely. Should feel it through the left here. And exhale, bring the arms back up and frame the foot. Lovely, lift the back leg and step through to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, lifts you halfway. Exhale, float it back down. Inhale, lift up with a flat back, arms out, reach up. Exhale, we're going to bring it all the way back down. Fold at the hips, bend the knees if you need to. Release the chin. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, release. Lovely. Inhale again, halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale again, halfway lift, and exhale, release. Step back with the left foot this time. Drop the knee, come into that low lunge, lifting up through the hips. And exhale, bring the hands down in between the feet. So just shift that right foot out to the side a little bit so our hands are on the inside of the right foot. And then allow yourself to sink down into your hips, untuck the back toe, coming into a lizard posture. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you can lift the back foot and come up off the knee. Lovely. Brilliant. Again, you can bring your hand to your right knee and just open out through that hip, coming onto the side of the right foot. Just take it really gently. Brilliant. Inhale, reach the right fingertips up and over, stretching behind you, opening out onto the side of the right foot, reaching, 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 and maybe draw the left foot towards the hand. And maybe we just hold here. Not needing to take hold of the foot, but actively drawing the heel towards the bottom and the arm towards the back of the mat. So an active movement here. And then release it, come all the way back through, lift the back foot, step back to plank, move through your vinyasa. So knees, chest, chin, or shift forward, tuck the elbows in and lower all the way through plank, down into the belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release, tuck the toes, lift the knees, push up plank. And exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Walk through the dog, lift the hips, neutral neck. Lovely. And step through the left foot. Drop the right knee, come up into that low lunge, lift up out of the hips. Lovely. And exhale, draw the hands down on the inside of the left foot. Just walk that left foot out a little bit. Keep the shoulders relaxed, chest forward, and then untuck the toes, sink into that hip. So allow yourself to relax a little bit here, but we're still engaged a little bit through the glutes, just keeping an active engagement in the body. If you want to go deeper, you can lift the back leg up. That just creates a slightly deeper stretch, or you can keep it lowered. Lovely. Maybe you open out the knee by drawing yourself onto the outside of the foot. So what can you open into a little bit more in the body? And then keeping the back knee down, we're going to inhale, reach the left fingertips forward, up and back behind us. So opening, active reach towards the back of the mat, ground into the right hand, and then draw your right foot towards you. But don't take hold of the foot. It's an active stretch here. So it's quite strong. It's where is our range of motion when we're not passively just taking hold of stuff. So draw the foot towards you, reach the hand behind you, and then release it, bring it all the way through. Step back to plank, move through your vinyasa. So knees, chest, chin, or shift forward onto the toes, draw the belly in, elbows bend at the side, lower to the belly. Lovely, inhale through to cobra. Exhale, release, tuck the toes, lift the knees, push up to plank, and then lift the hips, downward facing dog. Wonderful, release the chin to the chest, neutral neck, lift the hips, draw the upper back up, spread the shoulders, spread the hands, gaze forward, walk, hop, step through to the top of the mat, forward fold. Just hang here, rock side to side. Let it go. Release physically in the body. Now maybe come and say to yourself, what can I let go of today, this morning? Come back through to center. Inhale, round yourself all the way up. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And exhale, we're going to float it all the way back down. Inhale, lifts you halfway, hands to shins, thighs or the floor. Exhale, release. Step the right foot back, keep the knee lifted this time, coming into a high lunge. Reach up, hands on the hips first, so we can get that lift up through the hips. We're not just passively sinking here. There's a nice connection. So lift up slightly, bend that back knee a little bit, then bend into the front knee, and then straighten out the back foot. And you should feel an engagement through the back glutes here, the right glutes. Then reach the arms up. So it's a really strong high lunge. Lovely. Reach, 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 and then open the arms wide. Shine the heart forward. And then exhale, frame the hands with the front foot. Step that back foot in a little bit. Straighten the front leg. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to float forward, coming into triangle or pyramid. Taking a lovely forward fold. Push that left hip back. Push out through the side of the right foot. Release the chin to the chest, neutral neck. Lovely. And then we're going to have a little play here coming into a standing split. So begin to bend into that front leg. Bring your hands a little bit further forward. Lift off back of the foot. And then just begin to lift the back leg. So dial the toes down. It's not a high lift, but it's just balancing on that standing leg. Ground down into the hands. Draw the chin to the chest, forehead to the knee. Draw the toes down towards the ground. And then bend through that front leg. Step back into that lunge. Lift the chest. And step back to plank. Great job. Just shift side to side. And then move through your flow. So either lowering all the way to the belly or lower halfway. Pull the chest forward, come onto the tops of the toes and into upward facing dog. Lovely. Tuck the toes, engage through the belly and lift the hips up. Downward facing dog. Great, guys. Really strong. Release the chin, neutral neck. Lift the hips, spread the shoulders, and then step through with the right leg. High lunge. So coming up first, hands on the hips. Lift up, Bend that back leg a little bit, bend into the front leg and then straighten out through the back leg. So again, really strong here. Connected to our center, reach the arms. Great job. Brilliant. Inhale to reach the arms and exhale, bend the elbows, open the chest. Really releasing, feeling really strong and empowered. Exhale, then frame that front foot. Just step that back foot in a little bit, drop the heel down. Inhale, lift the chest, straighten that front leg and then fold forward. Pyramid posture. Pull that right hip back slightly, relax through the shoulders, and just again release the chin, release the neck. Try not to lock the knees out. Be mindful, be careful of that. Lovely, feel that lovely stretch through the back of the leg. Exhale, softening, releasing, letting go. And then coming into standing split on the other side. So begin to shift forward into that standing right leg. Just take the hands just a little bit in front of you and then begin to shift forward, lift the leg up and then draw the toes down, draw the chest towards the thigh, drop the chin to the chest and allow the forehead to come forward. Lifting up through the hips, push the heel towards the ceiling, opening, gentle bend in that standing leg. And then bend, stepping back into that lunge. Fingers on the floor, lift the chest. Lovely. And then step back to plank, moving through our final flow. So just shift, get the hips level. Shifting forward, really push through the wrists, begin to bend the elbows lower halfway if that feels good. Allow the chest to come forward onto the tops of the feet. Upward facing dog. And then lift the hips, downward facing dog. Lovely. And then drop the knees wide, big toes to touch, sitting back on the heels, wide child's pose, Balasana. Maybe you just rock your forehead, massaging it against the floor, feeling really grounded through the sitting bones against the heels. Releasing. You can draw the palms together and take them up behind the head into a little shark fin if that feels good for the triceps. It's a nice little way to get an extra stretch, and then you can walk the elbows forward a little bit to open through the armpits. Great job, guys. Just a few more moments to just reset and come back to the breath. Feel the back of the body expanding. The rib cage, the lungs, the kidneys. Imagine you're breathing into this space here. And then inhale, lift the gaze, come all the way up through to all fours. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, coming into cow. Exhale, round through the spine, coming into cat posture. Lovely. And then we're going to take Anahatanasana again, releasing through the chest. So walk the hands out in front, keep the hips over the knees and begin to lower the chest down towards the ground, allowing the back of the body to relax and melt. And maybe you've got a bit more space this time. Maybe you feel a bit more open through the chest and the back of the shoulders. Again, keep that little engagement through the belly just to protect the lower back. And maybe you've got space to release the chin down if it doesn't feel too bad on the neck, or just keep the forehead there. Again, what feels good for you and your body. Really allow the shoulders to just melt down and away from each other. Where are you holding tension? Where can you release? And then inhale, engage through the belly, begin to lift yourself back up through to all fours, take the hands underneath the shoulders, always move from the center so you're not overcompensating in different parts of the body. Tuck the toes, sit back towards the heels, coming into downward facing dog, lift the hips, keep the belly as close to the thighs, spread the shoulders across the back, And then we take the gaze back towards the legs, drawing the heels down to the ground, but a gentle bend in the knees so we're not rounding through the lower back. And then gaze forward. We're going to step the right foot to the outside of the right hand, and then the left foot to the outside of the left hand, and then we're going to sink our hips down into a Balasana squat, if that feels good. And then just rock side to side, kind of working into the heels and the ankles, so getting a bit of mobility here. So it's quite easy to just kind of come and sit, but just have a little play with where the feet can move and what's their range of motion. Maybe you come all the way onto the toes, maybe you rock back and forth. Just enjoy the freedom in the feet. And then eventually coming to a place of stillness, drop the feet down if that feels good. Draw the arms to the inner knee creases, push the arms in, lift the chest and bring the hands together at the sternum. Lovely. Try and ground down through all parts of the feet. Lift the chest. Lovely. Take the right hand down to the ground in the middle of the mat. Push the arm into the inner crease and then open the left arm out to the side. Open here. If you want to go a little bit further, you can begin to take the right hand behind towards your right hip and the left fingertips down behind you into a little twist. Maybe the fingers meet. So just a bind here. One more breath. And then exhale, release. Take the left hand down and reach the right fingertips up this time. So try and keep grounded through the feet. Try not to dump too much weight into one side of the body. Open, open. And then maybe you take a bind, taking the right fingertips behind you, left hand meeting. Try and engage through the shoulders. And then exhale, release it. Bring the hands down to the ground. Begin to lift the hips up. And then heel toe the feet together. Forward fold, bend in the knees, release through the neck. Inhale, come all the way up through to standing. Inhale, reach the fingertips. Exhale, hands to heart. Lovely. Bring the big toes to touch, little space between the heels. Gauge through the core. Inhale, reach the arms up, sit the hips back, coming into chair posture. So we're going to have another little play with crow. So just doing what feels good for you. If you want to get a cushion in front of you, you can. But we're going to bring the hands down to the heart. Really begin to sink down. Push the hips back. Engage through the belly. And maybe come up onto the toes. And see if you can take the knees wide and begin to sit down on towards your heels and then place the hands on the ground. It's a little bit of a balance. And then keeping the toes together, lift the hips and see if you can snuggle your knees in towards your armpits and rest your belly on your thighs. And maybe this is enough for you here. And then maybe you just shift forwards, putting the weight into your wrists and your hands. And then maybe you come to sit back down. So having a little play. So that's one variation to come into. So opening the knees, tucking in, and then shifting forward, feeling the weight of the knees. I like to kind of rock backwards and forwards to have a little play. You can take the feet wide and then take the knees on the outer arms and then squeeze the arms and the knees together. And again, it's shifting forward, feeling that distribution of weight go into the hands and as the feet naturally lift up. So having a cushion in front of your face is always quite a good, if you're worried about falling, but it's really the belly squeezing into the thighs and squeezing the knees into the arms. And just taking one foot off at a time. So as you shift the weight forward, maybe you take one foot off and feel that weight. Push, push, push away. And then maybe you take the other foot off as well. So it's this kind of pushing and drawing in, building up the strength. Maybe you get lift off. Maybe you just play with the balance. And then maybe both feet come off. Really draw in, squeeze, squeeze, and then sit back. Just sitting in our Balasana, just take a moment to rock side to side. Let the arms release. A nice stretch to do is to open, come onto the toes, and then kind of round, open, and then round. Inhale to open, and then exhale round. And then take the hands behind you, come to sit back, feet on the ground, and give yourself a little hug. Good job, guys. Brilliant work. So, coming with feet on the ground, take the hands behind the knees, just find the sitting bones grounding into the mat beneath you. We're going to come into boat posture. So draw the shoulders down and away. Imagine you've got that pencil between your shoulder blades. Engage through the core and begin to shift your weight back, and maybe the heels come off and the feet and the shins become parallel to the ground. Maybe this is enough for you this morning, or you want to release the palms, and we hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to lower. Draw the belly in, halfway down, hover for 5, smile, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then see if we can draw it all the way back, and then exhale, release. I don't know about you, but I was shaking, smiling, remembering to breathe. We're going to do that once more, just engaging through the body. And think of when we're in our Tadasana, our boat posture, and as you're lowering down, what can I let go of? What can I just really allow to be released from my body? It's a really strong posture. It's a really empowering posture. So shoulders back, smile, engage with the breath, shine the chest forward, and then sit back, lift the feet, lift the heels, release the arms, and hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw the belly in, begin to lower. Take the legs out, long, arms down by the side. Hover here on the lower back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And draw yourself in, use your core, smile, lift the chest, and exhale, release. Good job. Hands behind us, fingers facing forward, ground into the feet. Lift the chest, squeeze the glutes, and lift the hips. Just reverse tabletop, nice way to release and neutralize everything. Exhale, bring it down. Lovely. So if you want to get that cushion again that you had, we're going to take a really nice passive forward fold here to just release and let go. So pulling away the fleshy parts of the body, allow the knees to be loose, allow the feet, just give the ankles a little shake, maybe massage the soles. Just let them kind of release any tension, and then snuggle the pillow in. Inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, just fold forward over that pillow and allow yourself to be soft through the shoulders. Release the neck, soften the face. And we just hang here, folding forward. Maybe the knees are gently bent, the ankles are soft and loose. We're not holding any tension through the wrists and the arms. Maybe they're just down by the side, or maybe they're hugging the elbows. Breathing into the back of the body, filling up the back of the rib cage. Feeling the back expand against the clothes on your back, feeling the skin against the contact of the fabric. Just softening and tuning in here. Slowing everything back down. Coming back to that question, what can I let go of today? Maybe I've forgotten it wasn't that important. Keep a soft smile on the face, that loving kindness towards yourself. Maybe you're folding a little bit deeper with every exhale. Lovely, soft, Easy body. Releasing the chin to the chest. And staying for your last exhale. Inhaling, beginning to roll all the way back up. Lovely. Take the pillow to one side. Draw the left knee into the chest. Take the knee out to the side. And then inhale, reach the fingertips up. Take the left fingertips behind you, right hand to the knee. And just a different variation of a twist here today. So our left hand is just propping ourselves up. We're twisting towards the left knee. And we're opening out through the shoulders, gaze over the left shoulder. Draw the right toes towards you so there's an engagement through the right leg. And we're lifting up out of the spine, engaging, squeezing the abdominal muscles as we twist. Rinsing and wringing out anything here. Soft, easy face. Draw the shoulder blades together. Lovely. Ground down through the left hand. Begin to push yourself into that hand. Lift up through the hips. Use the glutes. Come onto the left shin and reach the right fingertips up and over. Modified wild thing here. Let it go. Open the chest. Smile. Feel very alive in this posture. And then exhale, bring it all the way back down. Lovely. Draw the left knee in, take it out long, draw the right leg in this time, knee out to the side, foot against the inner thigh. And then inhale, reach the fingertips up, engage through the left toes, drawing energy up through the calf into the thigh. Exhale, take the right fingertips behind you, left hand to the knee, twisting through the middle of the body, drawing the shoulder blades together, gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale is lifting us up out of the spine. Exhale, we're twisting. Rinsing, wringing out, releasing. Lovely soft face. Brilliant. And then ground down through the right hand. Begin to engage through the glutes. Lift the right hip up. And open the right arm over the chest, letting it go, shining the heart, really engage through the back so you're lifting yourself up. Shine, smile, and then bring it all the way down with your next exhale. Draw that right knee in and take it out. Coming down into our final postures. So we're going to lower ourselves down, so engage through the legs. You can point or draw the toes towards you, engage through the core, and then take the arms out. And we're slowly going to lower ourselves down, using that center, that inner strength we have, to see if we can softly, slowly, gently come all the way down, feeling each vertebrae, and then slowly the back of the head. A welcome, lovely feeling of feeling supported by the mat. So taking the knees into the chest, giving yourself a lovely big squeeze here. We're going to come into a shoulder stand. So squeezing in with the knees, take the legs up and then just begin to shift your hips back. So you can start to begin to walk your hands up your back. So take the feet behind you, maybe coming into a plow posture if that feels good, and then place your hands on your lower back and then begin to lift one leg up and the other leg, keeping the chin to the chest, taking your gaze towards your thighs and feeling that lovely release through from the feet all the way to the head. A really invigorating posture to get some fresh blood back up. Lovely. Try not to twist your neck in any way. Keep it very neutral. Holding here for 2 more breaths. Lovely. And then on your next inhale, begin to engage through the core. Begin to push the hips back and lower the feet and the legs all the way down, with the feet coming behind the head into plow posture. If your toes touch the floor, and only if they touch the floor, you can release the palms down to the ground. If your feet are not on the floor, keep your hands on your back just to protect it. But again, keep the neck neutral, and then slowly, using your hands as a brake, engage through the belly, begin to lower yourself all the way back down onto your back, and then lowering the legs down towards the ground. With control, lower, 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 and release. Back in our Shavasana. Take the feet to the ground, knees pointing up, and just drop the knees over to the right side. Gentle twist. Take the gaze over the left shoulder. Maybe you bring your right foot on top of your left knee just to draw a bit of weight down a little bit deeper. Lovely, releasing through the back here, twisting, breathing into the left side of the body. And then slowly taking the right foot off the left knee, draw your knees back in through center and take it over towards the left side. Again, putting the left foot on top of the right knee, if that feels good, and the gaze over the right shoulder. And breathe into the right side of the body, filling up the rib cage there. A big expansive breath in and out. The final release before we come to our Shavasana, our relaxation. Gently release the left foot, bring the knees back up. One last hug here. Let the lower back round up, let the chin come up to the chest. Really feel that stretch through the spine. Maybe you rock side to side. And then slowly making our way down to our Shavasana. So taking the feet as wide as your yoga mat. Palms either resting on the belly if that feels good, or you can have them out to the side. Maybe they're off your mat with the palms facing up so you can really open through the shoulders. And then just take any final last little wiggles, stretches, shakes, allowing yourself to feel fully relaxed and comfortable here in your Shavasana. Softening the gaze back down, closing the eyes. Take 3 cleansing breaths in and exhales out through the mouth. Really find that sweet release with the exhale. Just imagine yourself with every inhale creating that space in the body to release and let go as you exhale. Finding support against the ground beneath you. Allowing yourself to just be heavy here, to not hold on. And coming back to that question, what can I let go of? Deepening the breath in and out of the body. Soft breath in, soft breath out. An effortless flow, an effortless breath. Allowing the body to completely relax here. The ground beneath you taking the weight of your body. Observe if you're holding on anywhere and just breathe into that part of the body and give yourself permission to let go. next inhale, just begin to move a little bit through the fingers and toes. Maybe you spread the hands against the floor, just feeling that connection, noticing the body, the contact against the ground. Taking some full deep breaths. And then stretching the arms overhead. Maybe you yawn. Ooh, draw the knees in slowly, one at a time. And just rock, massaging the lower back. And again, with a soft, soft gaze, rolling over to one side. Gently pushing yourself up. And coming to a seated position. Allowing yourself to just get comfortable again. Bring the hands to the knees.